So before starting the engine, pre-flight.
Can I flip it off?
You can do whatever you want. Anyway, so pre-flight completed. Yeah, we did the completion.
Good.
Seat belts, harness on, pretty tight. Fuses checked.
Yeah, so after you become a private pilot,
Yes.
you're going to have to show them how to put their seatbelts on,
Yeah.
how to take them off,
Mhm.
how to open and close the doors,
Yeah.
all right, windows. Okay, good.
Fuses checked. They're all, none of them is tripped.
You have more up here too.
Oh, we do.
Good.
Okay. Fuel selector. We checked
I will
already.
check again.
I can't. But yeah, it is
Okay, good.
tilted. It's not straight up. Mixture rich. Hold on. Mixture is rich.
No, that's idle. You enrich the mixture by doing this. Mixture is rich now. This is lean or idle.
Okay. So you push it in for rich. Mixture rich. Throttle open. This is up. This is closed now.
Throttle open 1/4 inch. Okay.
Okay.
So in 1/4 inch. So you put your finger here,
Mm-hmm.
1/4 inch away from,
Half of your, one of your.
and when you're making power adjustments, always have a finger right on top of the friction lock. This way you have more control over minor adjustments on the throttle.
Yeah, you have better
Okay.
reference.
Yeah.
So okay. So it's open 1/4 inch. Carb heat
Mhm.
off. Heat is off.
No, that's on.
That's on.
So,
Push it for off.
yeah.
Heat is
So,
off.
you turn it on anytime you're using a power setting below 2000. When you're not in the green arc, okay, carb needs to come out.
Mhm.
So low RPM settings might produce carburetor icing.
Yeah.
Okay, so to prevent that, before you pull the power below 2000, you pull the carb out, then you reduce power.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason it was like that, that's because someone just landed the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And in the clear of the runway landing, clear of the runway checklist, or does it say carb heat off? It
Mhm.
tells you to turn it off, but he didn't do the clear of runway checklist.
I
Right?
see. Yeah.
There.
Okay. Throttle open 1/4. Carb heat off. Panel lights off. Beacon on.
Mhm.
Beacon on. Nav light on.
We don't need that.
It's not.
Nighttime only.
Starting. Prime 2 to 4 times if it's cold. If it's not, it's locked.
You'll never prime this.
Yeah, you told me to do.
Okay, but if you had to prime it, this is a
That's
primer.
the
That's the
primer.
brake. You never use the brake on this airplane because it will not release if you do.
Okay.
But you
Yeah.
twist until the lock is out. Then you pump fuel
Okay.
into the carburetor. So go ahead and push
Push in.
in, and then rotate to lock. Okay, there we
Lock.
go. So to prime it, I usually do this.
Yeah, you told me last time.
Okay.
Prop area clear. Brakes hold.
Put the key in first.
Yeah. I guess. Where was I? Okay, clear. Brakes hold. Master switch on.
Turn that off. Where's the master switch?
Master switch
Okay,
on.
that's the master switch. That's what? The other one's what? The ignition switch.
Ignition switch. Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. Starter engaged.
Okay, so look around, left, right, outside.
Yeah.
Okay, no one's around the propeller, right?
Mhm.
Okay, now left hand on the ignition, right hand on the throttle,
Throttle.
and then now you're gonna yell out.
Clear prop.
Okay, go ahead and crank it. Power 1000. Leg off that. The ignition. Good. What else?
Power 1000. Oil pressure. Green.
Which one?
Oil pressure.
Okay, good. Temperature's gonna rise, right?
Yeah.
We don't care about that.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
Check mixture lean.
Okay, you're gonna lean it
Yeah.
when you're above 3,000, okay? So, inch out, 1 inch out. That's lean now.
Can I lean it all the way?
If you bring it all the way back, the engine's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So, look. Did you see that? So that's lean, about an inch, inch and a half for this plane.
Okay. Ammeter.
That's your ammeter, okay?
What's that?
Showing
Right down there.
8330 Mike, Concord ground, runway 32 right, taxi via the main ramp and Juliet.
Okay, so they'll always give you the runway and then assign taxiways, okay?
Yeah.
Taxiing to 32 right via the main ramp, Juliet, 30 Mike. Okay?
Right.
M is for the main ramp, J is for Juliet.
Yes.
Okay.
But they didn't clear us for anything. Go ahead.
So let me show you where we are and where he wants us to go. We're here, okay?
Yeah.
He wants us to taxi to runway 32 right. This is the run-up for 32 right, okay?
Yes.
Remember the main ramp?
Yes.
Okay, so he told us to take the main ramp and then taxiway Juliet. So are we going to have to cross any runways on our way?
No.
Okay, so there is no need to.
Alright.
Right hand on the throttle.
Right hand on
Let go of the yoke. Okay. Release the brakes. And power. Yeah, forward, right? You want to go forward, you're going to push. Alright. Bring the power back. Power back. Brakes. Good. Your brakes are good. My controls. I have the controls. And you're not going to need more than 13 or 1400 for it to start moving. Make sense?
Yes.
And power idle before you apply brakes. Right? In your car, you let go of the gas before applying brakes, right? Same thing here. Your controls.
My controls.
Alright? I'm calling back.
I'm ready.
Okay, left, right, clear. Bring the power back. Power back. After you start rolling, bring it back to 1000. We're going to turn right here. Left, right, clear. Go ahead and apply a little bit more power. About, 1200. That's too much. 1200. There we go. Good. This is the main ramp, right?
Yes.
Good. So let's see. Where's the wind coming from? Look at that.
It's coming cross.
Is it a direct crosswind,
yes.
Or is it a left quartering tailwind?
It's a.
Looks like bring the power back a little bit. 1000 or below 1000. Let's look at it.
Yes. It's a left back. Coming from the back.
It's coming from that direction, right?
Yes.
So away from the wind and turn to the right. So if it's a left quartering tailwind, you're going to push on the yoke.
Yes.
And opposite ailerons, okay?
Yeah.
Good. Apply about 200 RPMs. There you go. Good job. Alright, so we're coming up on an intersection here, okay? That's one of the hot spots for Concord Airport.
Full stop.
You're not going to make a full stop, no. You just have to make sure that no one else is approaching that area. Okay. This is Juliet. Juliet, we're going to make a right. Sometimes you have to press on the pedal and the brake at the same time. See that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Add a little bit more power here. 200 RPMs. 200. Good. Alright, too much power. Too much power. Don't cut corners, okay? Follow the yellow line. You're doing great.
Concord ground.
Good job.
69 for November.
On the line.
32 right on Bravo. Taxi to the east ramp.
Mooney 3694 November, Concord ground, taxi to the east ramp via Bravo, cross 19 right.
Here's another taxiway to your left, okay? Make sure no one's approaching this area. Left is clear.
Cross
Okay.
19 right, 19
Red sign means that you cannot
Cross that.
cross two solid lines in front of us, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to the run-up area. Do you see that?
Oh yes.
Okay, good. Continue. I can't even open the window because of your
No, go
goddamn
ahead.
camera, man. Jeez.
No, go ahead. Don't worry.
Okay.
It won't fall.
Okay. Alright, easy on the power. So, this is a run-up, right? There will be airplanes lined up like that, okay? I have the controls.
You have the controls.
When you come to any run-up, okay,
You
where it says this run up, okay? Do you think it's a good idea for us to park the airplane like this or to stop the airplane like this?
No, because there will be...
We're gonna damage your airplanes, right? So you're gonna turn around. Take off the brakes. There. There. Power 1000, holding the brakes. Before takeoff, check.
Before takeoff. Brakes, hold. Flight control, free, correct.
Let's do it again.
You're free.
No,
Oh,
you're correct. Look.
Yeah.
This thumb is pointing at that aileron. Thumb up, aileron down.
Yeah.
Pull back, elevator goes up, elevator goes down, rudder check, pull back again. Aileron is up, this one's down, forward. Okay? Free and correct.
Yes. Okay, trim takeoff. It's split on takeoff. Mixture rich. This was rich. Oh, well, that is all the way. Rich. We are doing it because we're stopping?
No, because we're gonna add power here. We're gonna do a run up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, throttle 1700.
Okay. Roll 1700.
1700. Mixture above 3000 feet leaned.
Yeah, we're not gonna lean it. We're not about 3,000 feet. Alright.
Carb heat check.
Okay, pull. This is your carpet. That's your throttle. Pull back. Yeah. And look what happens when you do that. Pull back. There, you see a drop, right? Okay. It shouldn't be more than 200 RPMs, okay? And that's good. That's good. Go ahead and forward. Turn off.
Checked off magnetos 12550.
So, we're on both. Okay, now we're gonna switch and check each side. Right side, notice a drop. Back to both. Left side, notice a drop.
Yes.
Back to both.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
Ammeter checked.
Ammeter check. Turn the alternator off. Alternator switch off, and you see a discharge.
Yeah.
Back on.
Engine gauge checked. Gauge
Engine
checked.
gauges are all pressure, all temperature gauges. They're both in green.
Vacuum gauge checked.
This is your vacuum. It's in green.
Yes.
Okay, so it's telling you if there's enough air going in for the vacuum-driven gyros.
Okay.
That's actually, vacuum-driven gyros are these two. Your attitude and your directional gyro.
Throttle, idle.
Bring it all the way back. No, that's mixture.
Yeah.
Throttle all the way back. Idle. No, leave it out. Leave it out. So you want to make sure that the engine stays on. Alright. Okay, back to 1000. What else?
Flap set.
Alright. Flaps, it's going to be a normal takeoff. Flaps are up. Verify, they're up.
Yep.
You have to look to make sure that they're up.
They are indeed up.
Okay.
Cessna 211 Tango Delta.
Heading indicator set with it door latched. Yes.
Cessna 211 Tango Delta, Concord ground, taxi to PSA flight.
Seatbelt harness. Yep. Taxi lights. Taxi light.
190 right, 190 left.
Yeah, taxi light.
Yeah, we do have a taxi light, but we're not going to use it. We're only going to use the landing light.
Okay.
190 right.
Landing light then. Okay.
211 Tango
Transponder.
And that meridian just
On alt, so we're going to have to activate
overstepped you.
altitude.
Okay.
Roger.
Oh, is that the
Meridian
1C, whatever?
Concord
Okay.
ground, taxi to Concord jet via.
Contact tower.
Go.
Okay. Tower frequency is 119.7. We have to lean this too.
211 Tango Delta, continue your taxi.
There. Now we're going to put Concord in here in the GPS, okay? Direct. All up. ACR.
Yeah.
Enter. This is zoomed out 50 miles. We're going to zoom in 10 miles. And you can see the boundaries of our airspace. You see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. So contact tower. We're gonna say 8330 Mike. We are at 32 right run up. Where are we going?
We're going to the practice area. So what type of departure are we going to ask for?
Downwind departure.
Why is it downwind? Let's look at it. 3-2, which direction are we flying? To the north, to the west, south, east?
Are we going to the east? I mean, I'm not sure where we are on the location.
This is our airport, okay?
Okay.
If this is north, okay?
Yeah.
We're taking off from runway 32.
Yes.
Which one are we flying?
What do you mean? Where to?
With your finger on here, show me what heading are we flying on?
This way.
Or okay, that's 32, right? 320 heading, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is our practice area.
So we're doing the right.
So it's going to be a right crosswind departure.
Right crosswind
Okay.
departure.
Concord Tower, Cessna 8330 Mike, 32 right, run up, right crosswind departure.
It's 8330 Mike, Concord Tower, runway 32 right, clear. For takeoff, your right crosswind departure is approved.
Clear for takeoff, 32 right, 30 Mike. Close your window. Okay, so lights are on, beacon, landing light, camera is your mixture, full in, action, alt.
Alt. Okay.
Okay, release the brakes, hand on the throttle. Go ahead and turn to the right a little bit, about 30 degrees to the right. These are the two solid lines that we can cross now because we're cleared for takeoff, right? Right. Easy on the power. Okay? You don't need to add that much power.
Where we go?
Go back on power, turn right. Before we get on the runway, we're going to make sure that the short final is clear, or final is clear. You see anyone on final?
Can't see anything.
Okay, so that's good.
Alright.
What do you mean? You can't see any airplanes, or you don't see any airplanes, or you can't see anything? Because of the wing.
Because of the wing mainly.
Oh, I see. Okay, so what you do is, you're going to turn more. Now you can see, right?
Yeah.
Final is clear.
Final is clear.
Your controls hand on the throttle.
Okay.
Go ahead and add power. Yeah, look at your RPM gauge here. No more than 1300, yeah. And after an airplane starts moving, you can bring it back. Alright, let's get on the center line. There's our center line. Good. Now gradually apply full power. Your heels should be on the floor. Heels on the floor. Alright, full power, come on. You don't want to kill us. And ailerons into the wind a little bit. Go ahead and rotate, pull back, pull back. And the airplane naturally turns into the wind, okay? And that's okay. Okay, just maintain 70. Yeah, so the outside picture we're looking for is basically this.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the outside picture. Ball on the first line. That's a 5-degree high pitch attitude.
Okay.
Alright. And right rudder to maintain coordination, right?
Yes.
Okay, 200 feet AGL. Turn back, look back, and make sure that you're staying on the center line.
Okay.
Watch your pitch. Alright, lower the nose a little bit. There. Do you see the horizon?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, not really, but yeah.
Alright. How about now?
Yes.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So if you put the top of the cowling right on top of the horizon, or
Yeah.
just above the horizon, hand on the throttle, okay, that's going to give you about 70 knots in this airplane. Hand on the throttle till you pass through 1,000 feet, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and start a turn to the right.
Now?
Yeah. So before you turn, right is clear.
Yes.
Now we're going to start our turn. On takeoff, okay, because what happens when you get into turbulence, okay, go ahead and yeah, push on it. Turn towards the windmills. As you're turning, you'll have to apply more right rudder because you're on a it's a climbing right turn, okay?
Yeah.
We have Lima. We're showing just going up the edge of Delta to the east and currently only setting 1,000 for landing instructions based to tower.
We got submit 1 Concord Tower. Landing the base RBH on risk winds currently 280 at 11, altimeter 3011, no traffic at this time.
I got 2011, no traffic, and clear to land based to tower. Customer 1, thank you.
Okay.
How far do I climb?
We're going up to 3,000. 1,500 feet, you're going to pull out your climb check, okay?
Okay.
And get a terminal chart. What's going on?
I don't know.
Why don't we turn back towards our original heading? I'm distracting you, right?
Totally.
Why don't we throw this back here?
Alright.
Alright.
Okay,
Did I mention last time I wanted to distract you? I did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so for the climb, power set, make sure above 3,000. We're not 3,000 yet.
Okay.
And flaps up. Flaps are up.
Okay.
Am I done?
Can you see the climb check? Yeah, basically, throttle, mixture, flaps, engine instruments.
Engine instruments are green.
Yep, they're both in green.
Do I need to head for a rate of climb, specific rate of climb?
No, speed.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
When you're climbing, you fly at your VX or your VY.
Yeah.
Okay? We fly VY, okay? That's
Okay.
70 knots.
That's 70 knots, okay.
Now what's controlling that? How are you staying at 70?
My pitch attitude.
Your pitch attitude, exactly.
Yours just popped.
Let's turn right towards Pittsburgh Stacks, okay? I have the controls.
Yeah,
I
the
should probably show you the landmarks around here. That's Bay Point. Attached to it, to the east of Bay Point, is Pittsburgh. And that's called Pittsburgh Stacks. I don't know, I think it's a refinery.
Is it the first refinery or the last one next to the bridge?
No, the closer one.
Okay.
That's called the Pittsburgh Stacks, okay?
Pittsburgh Stack, alright.
Let me show you another landmark. See those two cranes? That's Port Chicago, okay?
Yeah.
Alright. That's Mount Diablo, you know that.
Yep.
Alright, your controls.
My control.
Full power, continue your climb. And we want to stay on this heading. Turn to our right. And give me a 75 knot climb. Alright, so remember the horizon, okay? If you hit 70, top of the cowling was just above the horizon, right? So if you're going to give me 75, you're going to have to what? Lower the pitch, right?
Yeah.
This is the picture I'm looking for.
Okay.
That's going to give me 75. There. Look.
Yep.
Alright, good.
I see these windmills from my room.
Yeah, 75 knots.
How are we doing?
Let's see. Why don't we stay on this heading here, the 070 heading? 070 heading, right?
Yes.
So maintain that heading. And try to maintain your speed. We're barely climbing. Okay, looking for traffic. Proper way.
Two sections of 10 degrees.
Tell me about it, yeah. Show me how to do it.
So, you're looking sections of about 10 degrees.
So starting from your right or left,
I think I can do from right or left, right, but
Okay.
right from the side.
Divide your view in 10-degree sections and watch our altitude, 3,000 feet. Lower the nose, push on the yoke. Push on the yoke, good. Level off, let the airplane accelerate. No. You can use this attitude indicator to level off. See, the wings are level with the horizon.
Yes.
That's the outside picture I'm looking for, okay? 90 to 95 knots, we're going to bring the power back to about 2550 or 50 or 2500 RPMs, okay?
Okay.
So, pitch to level off, power, and trim. Pitch, power, trim. Now, do we need to trim it? Here, let go of the yoke.
Yeah.
It looks like we do, okay? So to hold the nose down, you would have to, if the nose wants to go up, you would have to bring the wheel up. Or, yeah, move the wheel up. And you'll feel that pressure now is going away. You can feel that on the yoke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It still want to go up though, but
Let's
okay.
move the wheel up a little bit more.
Alright, if you let go, yeah, my controls.
Still wants to go up, right?
Yeah, it still does.
So set your pitch and trim it. Let's stop for a second. Looks like you trimmed it nicely. Okay? Alright, I want you to maintain altitude and pick a reference point and fly towards it. Okay?
Okay. Where do you want me to fly to?
Pick a reference point. I see white.
Runway 19 right.
I don't know if that's like a city or buildings at our 12 o'clock.
There is one exactly at my 12 o'clock.
Okay, so why don't we fly towards that, maintain 3,000.
I'm talking about those white spots.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, yeah.
Okay.
Wind currently 270 at 10.
7 uniform, roger.
So, when we practice our maneuvers, we do it out here, or about a couple miles to the south, west of our position, okay? These are the windmills, or the windmill farm. On the other side of the windmills is Rio Vista, okay?
The river?
There's Rio Vista Airport.
Okay.
That's the Antioch Bridge. That's Antioch. Okay?
Antioch Bridge.
Antioch, yeah.
And that's Rio Vista. I don't see the airport.
Oh, yeah, we're pretty far away from it. I think we're like 10 miles away from it.
Alright.
But it's on the other side of the little town there. Let's go ahead and start, turn to the right towards Mount Diablo. Maintain altitude. One hand. Okay, right rudder. Maintain coordination. Keep the ball in the cage. And you notice that you'd have to pull back a little bit, right?
Yes.
Oh, you were doing fine. Good. Roll out. Start rolling out. Before you get to your reference point or your target heading, you would have to start rolling out. Okay? So let's get back on it. There's our reference point. Too much left pedal. You see, after controls, I want you to, I want you to, leave your hand on there. Shallow bank like this doesn't require a lot of left pedal, does it? Look. Okay, now I'm pressing left pedal to maintain coordination.
Wind
Alright.
270 at 10, altimeter 3.
If you steepen the bank angle,
Zulu approach.
that requires more pedal. You see that? Now this is a coordinated turn.
The approach, or you request the
Okay, yeah.
19 right.
No controls. 3,000 feet, let's turn back towards Mount Diablo.
And Senate uniform room 19 right.
One hand.
And once again, winds currently 280 at 10, altimeter 3012.
7 uniform, roger. Landing runway 19
Hey,
right.
what's going on?
Oh, I wanted you to experience that. So, if you're gonna do a 20 or a 30-degree bank turn, okay? You're gonna turn, you establish the bank angle, then you have to use opposite ailerons to stop the airplane from rolling.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will continue to roll.
The roll, yeah, exactly.
Alright? Now, you want to do a roll?
Sure.
No.
Alright.
I have all this crap in the back.
Alright.
Alright. Let's turn right, heading Yep. And I want to talk to Travis Approach to get traffic advisory. Travis Approach, Cessna 9330 Mike, request.
Cessna 9330 Mike, Travis Approach, Travis altimeter 3009er, state destination, safe up aircraft.
Cessna 150 in the practice area, 3,000 feet, request traffic advisory.
Track 30 Mike, Squawk 5242.
Squawk 5242, 30 Mike. Okay, 3,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Good. Now let's turn left, let's fly towards that smoke you see out there. You see the smoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Track 30 Mike, radar contact 100 miles northeast of Concord Airport.
30 Mike, roger. Alright.
Track 30 Mike, stay altitude.
3,000, we'll be doing maneuvers between 2,000 and 4,000, 30 Mike.
Roger.
Okay,
Number
so
18, Quebec, contact NorCal approach 125.25.
now let's start a descent, okay? We want to do a descent at, let's say, 90 knots, okay? We want to do a 90 knot descent, no flaps, okay? So, we're going to pull the power back, okay, and lower the nose. After, airspeed is about to reach my target speed. Do you see that?
Yeah. Radar services terminated, contact Concord Tower.
Now you're pitching for that airspeed, aren't you?
Yes.
If I wanted to increase my rate of descent, but to keep the same speed, what do you think we should do?
To keep the same speed, you would do both. Pull out the power and then give it more pitch.
Yeah. Alright, recover. Power 25, 50. 25, 50, come on. Alright. Turn left towards Mount Diablo. Maintain altitude. Let's start a climbing turn. I basically want you to continue turning and start to climb 80 knots. Continue turning.
Okay.
This is going to be a turning, climbing turn to the left. Okay? Look, airplanes exceeding 30 degrees of bank, we want to maintain about 30 degrees of bank here.
Okay.
Okay, so keep it at 30. Alright, 75 knots is good. Yeah, continue turning at 30 and maintain 75 on the climb.
Oh yeah, so I need to give it more.
More what?
More of a climb.
Full power when you're climbing. So if you want to get 75, what are you going to do? You're going to lower the nose, right?
Yes.
Because your airspeed is below your target speed. I notice that you're fixating on the instruments. Okay, look outside.
Yeah.
Alright, this is a 75 or 70 knot pitch attitude looks like. Okay?
Okay.
I want to maintain this picture. Now I'm monitoring my airspeed. Looking outside again. Airspeed outside. Now somehow I end up pulling back too much. Okay, airspeed is low. Right? I want to lower the nose.
Okay, yeah.
And hold it here, see what happens. Okay? Alright, roll out, wings leveled, stop your climb, level up. Alright, we had full power, because we're climbing. We're going to pull the power back a little bit. Alright. I'm going to show you a stall, okay? I want to show you a power off stall and a power on.
Alright.
Okay? Have the controls. The power off stall can happen when?
Power off? Power off?
Power off.
Well, when your power is off and...
When you're coming to land, basically, on approach,
Yeah,
with flaps down, okay? So, for stalls and all these maneuvers we do, like a power on stall, power off stall, steep turns. First thing you want to do is select a reference point, okay? So, see that flat top mountain out there?
Yes.
That's going to be my reference point, okay? And heading about 310. Okay, 3,000 feet. So I want to make sure that I maintain my altitude. Now I'm going to do a pre-maneuver check. Seatbelts, fuel shut-off valve, mixture reach, throttle set, 25, 2550. That's going to keep us at or below our maneuvering speed.
Alright.
Okay. Landing line is on Master and Magnetos. Alright. We're going to do clearing turns, okay? Clearing turns, a 90-degree turn to the left, and a 90-degree turn back towards your original heading. Okay, so left is clear. We're going to start a turn to the left. Here's our chance to look below us, to scan for traffic below us, across the windshield. And looking to my right, above us, there is my reference point, right?
Yes.
That's underneath my wingtip. What does that mean?
You're 90 degrees.
Exactly, I just completed a 90-degree turn. Turning back towards my reference point. There it is. Rolling out. We're going to start the maneuver by pulling the power back to 1800 RPMs. So carbine out first, power 18. Okay, holding altitude. If you don't pull back on the yoke, the nose will go down. So that's how you're holding altitude. Okay. Airspeed's in the wide arc. I want to go ahead and bring the flaps down. Flaps down to 30. As you're putting the flaps down, nose wants to go up, so you'll have to prevent it by controlling your pitch. Okay?
Okay.
55 knots. Power idle, and I want to hold altitude. So I want to end up pulling back. Pulling back. There's the stall warning horn. Okay, that's a stall. Heartbeat, full power, right rudder flaps. 20. Rotation speed is 55. I can start a climb. As soon as I see a positive rate of climb, flaps 10. Above my VX, flaps fully retracted. And I'm still on my reference point.
Nice.
You can continue climbing or you can just level off here. Yeah, we're not gonna pull the power back yet. Let the airplane accelerate to about 90 knots before pulling the power back. Okay, power 2550. So that's a approach stall. Okay. Power on stall is a climbing stall. It can happen right after rotation or when you're climbing out. Okay, so with this one there are no flaps involved.
Okay.
You'll have to slow the airplane down to its rotation speed, 50, 55 knots. Then you'll start falling back and apply full power. And you're going to pull back till the airplane stalls, okay? Reference point, pre-maneuver check is already complete. Area looks clear, okay? I'm going to start the maneuver. Power beat out first, power 18. As the airplane decelerates, okay, to maintain altitude, what do you have to do? You have to increase your angle of attack, right? Look, that's exactly what we're doing. Alright, monitoring my airspeed. There it is, I'm approaching my
55.
rotation speed.
Yeah.
Okay, power, gradually adding power, full power. As I'm doing this, I'm applying more right rudder too to keep the ball centered.
Yeah.
Pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. That's the stall. Nose below the horizon. Not 5 fingers below the horizon, more like 10 fingers below the horizon,
Yeah.
right? And then as soon as you exceed 60 knots, you can start a climb again.
Okay.
Alright, let me show you again. There's a reference point, the flat top mountain. We're going to slow it down. We're also looking for traffic. There it is. Adding power. Gradually adding power. Right rudder, maintaining coordination. Pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. That's the stall. There it is. Hold the nose below the horizon. Let the airplane accelerate. Now you can stop your dive.
Alright.
Okay? Now we're going to stabilize the airplane again. You alright?
My stomach a little turned, but yeah.
No, you'll get used to it. I promise you. You're going to get used to this. You're going to want to do them back to back.
I don't?
No, I said you're going to want to do them back. At some point, you know, we're going to do so many stalls that you can just do them like, you know,
Yeah.
unconsciously.
Hey, it just feels like a roller coaster, and I thought, you know, if
That's Travis Air Force Base, okay?
yeah, I see that.
That's their airspace, okay? It goes from the surface to 2,600 feet. So I can just turn towards it their airspace and towards the airfield and fly right over it without even having to talk to anyone.
Because we are above it.
Yeah, exactly. And 30 Mike, would like to overfly Travis 3,000 feet.
Approved.
Thank you. This is Travis approach, okay?
Yes.
They're not control tower, they're approach controllers. They're responsible for keeping IFR traffic apart from each other. So when they have time, we can get their help with traffic advisory, okay? And flight following. That's why I'm talking to them. There are a lot of airplanes doing maneuvers in the practice area, so they help us with traffic advisory. So your controls, let's go towards the Air Force Base 3,000 feet, okay? You're banking to the left, you notice that?
Yeah, I was trying to make it straight go over it.
Okay, so pick a reference point, alright?
Yes.
And fly towards it. Now, if you look at the wingtips, alright? Look, this one's higher. You see the wingtip is there you go.
But I
Look
look
at your
at that,
attitude.
yeah, okay.
Sometimes these attitude indicators, all the attitude indicators are off by like 2 or 3 degrees, okay?
Oh, okay.
So look outside. Top of the instrument panel and the horizon, alright?
Yep.
Horizon is your primary instrument, alright? And with this power setting, high power setting, cruise power setting, high cruise power setting, the outside picture you want to maintain is this here, okay?
Yes.
Turn right 20 degrees, 25 degrees.
Traffic east, 3 miles westbound, altitude indicates 2,000, type unknown.
Looking 30 Mike. I wanted you to see what it looks like, okay? Because if you're out there doing practice 3,500, if you lose your engine, bam, you can land there, right?
Yeah.
If you have a nice tailwind. So you can see all the big airplanes that have C5s and all kinds of refuelers, fuel tankers. Alright, let's go ahead and turn towards Concord. If we didn't have a GPS, how do you know which direction Concord is?
You would go towards Mount
Oh,
Diablo.
exactly, alright. And 30 Mike is returning to Concord. Watch our altitude. Watch our altitude. Okay, so, you're gonna press direct again, enter. See that line?
Traffic
Yeah.
clock west 10 miles westbound, altitude indicates 2,000.
Looking, 30 Mike. Inside, 30 Mike, no factor.
I don't see it.
Is, behind us.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, GPS is telling us if we fly a course of 155,
Like that
it's
way.
going to take us to Concord, yeah.
Yeah.
This is our course, 196. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. This is our course. That's the course that's going to take us to Concord, 196.
Okay.
See that? So
Yeah.
once this matches this, you're on the right course. That's our ground speed, 98 knots. Okay? I forgot to show you slow flight. I have the controls.
You have to go
Okay?
towards.
So I have a reference point ahead of me. I'm going to slow the airplane down to about 60 knots, okay? And we're going to maintain 60, maintain altitude, okay? 18, we're going to slow it down, maintain altitude, it's going to decelerate. Wide arc, flaps, gradually adding flaps. See that? 10 degrees, now 20, now 30. 60 knots, I want to add power to maintain altitude, otherwise it's going to start going down.
Yeah.
And pitching for airspeed, look, pitching for 60 knots. Adding power because I don't want the airplane to accelerate. To fly at slow speeds, it's going to require more power because you're in the region of reverse command. ascend and maintain 60, like when you're on approach, when you're coming into land, I want to bring the power back and readjust pitch. You see that?
Yeah. But what happened? What am I looking for exactly?
60 knots.
Okay, yeah. So we are maintaining 60 knots. So you were saying they have a reverse relationship.
So when you're coming into land, okay, you're going to pitch for the airspeed you're looking for, and you adjust your rate of sink by increasing or decreasing power.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. And what is your rate of pitch or rate of descent?
Whatever it takes.
Okay.
For a 172, it's about 500 feet per minute, but that changes with the wind. Okay, if you have a headwind, right, you have to decrease your rate of descent. Welcome here, 430 Mike. If you have a headwind, you have to decrease your rate of descent because your ground speed is slower.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's Concord Airport, that's their airspace. He just told us to squawk VFR. We're done talking to this guy. Now we're going to get the ATIS. Alright, yeah. ATIS is 1247.
0, Zulu time, wind 280 at 10, visibility 10, sky condition, a few clouds at 5,000. Temperature
Pittsburgh stacks.
19er, dew point 8. Altimeter 3012. Visual approaching use, landing and departing runways 32s. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Mike. Concord Tower Airport information, Mike 2350, Zulu time, wind 280 at 10, visibility 10, sky condition, a few clouds at 5,000. Temperature 19er, dew point 8.
We're going to switch to tower frequency.
2.
Okay, so after we're done practicing, I always tell my students to aim for Pittsburgh stack and stay over it, okay? Circle around it until you set everything up for arrival, okay? Do we have a before landing checklist? So yeah, there it is. What does it say on there?
For landing checklist, ATIS, check, change the tower, we did.
Okay.
Flight instrument set.
Okay, so heading indicators are going to have to match our compass. Compass is saying 125. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's 125. What else? Altimeter set.
Taxi light, landing
Currently
light.
that landing light remains on.
Right,
Make sure rich seatbelts.
Seatbelts check.
Okay, so I'm going to contact tower. I want to tell them who I am, who we are, where we are. Where are we?
8330.
Where are we? Pittsburgh stacks, right?
Stacks.
Good. Or you can tell them that you're 7.7 miles northeast.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Landing. If you want to do a full stop or touch and goes with Mike.
With Mike.
Okay. Tower Cessna 8330 Mike over Pittsburgh stacks, 3,000 feet. Full stop with Mike.
Cessna 8330 Mike, Concord Tower, and report a 2-mile right base, runway 32 right.
Enter report 2-mile right base, 32 right, 30 Mike. Okay, so we're going to turn towards the airport now. We're going to head towards the airport, turning the airplane, going towards the airport, good. And let me know if you can see the airport from here, okay? Can you see it? You see that big body of water? That's called the pond. They call it the pond.
Yes.
Alright. There's the refinery, and the airport is on the other side of this freeway, on the south side of the freeway.
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
Yeah, see that empty area?
Yes.
Right at our 12 o'clock. Right?
Yes.
So, you told us to plan for...
miles.
Yeah. To plan for runway 32.
Yeah.
Alright? So, which way is 32?
So it's this way.
This way?
Yeah.
This is what I want you to do from now on to figure out which direction to run with. Use the directional gyro. 32 is where? Over here, right? So when you get on the runway, your compass is going to indicate a heading of 320, right?
Yes.
So it means that the runway is in this direction.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got it.
So always use this. This is going to help you, okay?
Yes.
So 32, bam. I know the runway is like that. All right, in right base for runway 32.
We have to go back.
The right base is basically on the south side of the runway, right?
Yeah.
That area. So, anytime they ask you to get on the right base for 32, aim for the abandoned field and downtown Concord, okay? Do you see those buildings?
Yes.
Right at our 12 o'clock now.
Yes.
That's the corner of base and downwind for runway 32. So, you can't aim for 32 numbers, right? You have to give yourself some space to maneuver for a base, right? So that's about the right distance. See the buildings and where the runway is?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I don't know. Okay, you can see
You can't
runway?
really see the runway, but do you see the tower?
Yes.
Or control tower?
Yes.
Okay, it's slightly on the left side of our tower, okay?
Okay.
So, we have already started our descent over this hills, and I want you to fly no lower than 2,000 feet, okay? Over the hills. So we've already started our descent. It's going to be a 2,000 or 2,200 RPMs, okay? That's going to keep your ground speed up or high. You can do a slow descent like this, alright? And even add some flaps.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
But that's going to slow you down.
Yeah, it does. We don't want that, or do we?
No. This is the way I want you to do it. Do the initial descent. High-speed descent, 2,200 RPMs, 2,000 RPMs, 500 feet per minute descent. That's the abandoned field, the old Concord Airport.
It's right here, right, very bottom.
Oh, do you see that old runway right there?
Yeah, and the little thing
Yeah.
next to it, yeah.
So we're aiming for the red building, alright?
Red building.
Yeah, in front of us at our 12 o'clock.
Okay, I see it.
Traffic pattern altitude is 1,000 feet, okay? So before we reach those buildings, we want to be
At 1,000?
leveled at 1,000, exactly, okay? So go ahead, yeah, continue your descent. 2,200 RPMs, continue descending, 90 knot descent or 500 feet per minute descent, okay? That's good, 2,200 RPMs. If you need to reach 1,000 sooner, then pull the power back.
Yeah.
At 1,200 over Bay Point with Mike, request landing.
Do we need to reach 1,000 before that, or no?
Yeah, that point is where the traffic pattern is, right? So before entering the traffic pattern, you need to be at your TPA, your traffic pattern altitude.
So we are almost...
We're 2 miles out right now.
Okay, so we just go back.
Tower Cessna 330 Mike, 2 mile right, base 32 right.
Cessna 30 Mike, runway 32 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 32 right, 30 Mike. Okay, so we're gonna level here, level off, 25. Usually beam the numbers. When you're on downwind, you pull the power back and start your descent. So I'm gonna start my descent here. This is about the right place, okay? So RP, power 18. Make sure you're in the wide arc. Flaps 10. Holding altitude. 80 knots. Okay, starting my descent. Flaps 20. Now I want to slow it down to 70 knots. Look, if I want to slow it down to 70, this is what I have to do. Look, pull back a little bit, and that's going to make the airplane slow down. Now, if that affects my rate of sink, then I'll adjust that with power.
Okay.
Okay?
So you go with knots or rate of sink again? I mean, that's where I'm...
Alright?
Do you aim for pitch or...
Oh, you look, you have to just tell by looking at the runway, okay? Usually, if you do everything right, okay, when you're turning final, you're at 500 feet. Okay, so if you aim for those airspeeds, like 70 on base, 60 on final, and use the right power setting, 1800, 1900, depending on the temperature, you're going to be right on the glide path. Look, I have a red over white, right?
Perfect.
Now, I want to get my airspeed under control. There's my airspeed. But let's say I was low. Let's say I'm low, okay? To get back on the glide path or reduce my rate of sink, I would add power. Look what that does. See that?
Yeah, now we go wide over wide.
And now I want to get back on the glide path. I'll bring the power back. Alright? And I'll keep the nose up.
Okay.
I'll maintain that pitch and readjust to maintain 60. So I'm pitching for my airspeed. Look, I'm pitching for airspeed.
Diamond Star Uniform
Okay.
Sierra number 2 following.
Pitching for airspeed.
Final runway
And
3
power
right,
4.
clear to land.
Rate of sync. Alright, we have a crosswind here. So, see the nose is turning to the wind? Analyzing to the wind, right rudder. That's gonna align the airplane with the center line, okay? And you might have to increase or decrease this input. And you'll have to increase it as the airplane slows down because of less airflow. And you're gonna land on the, well, we a little bit, on the wheel that's inside, or on the, there, and it runs into the wind. Okay?
Cessna 30 Mike, turn left on the inactive runway 19 right. Cross runway 32 left to ground on the other side.
Cross straight to left on 1 on the right and kind of ground, 30 Mike. Okay, your controls, hand on the throttle.
My controls.
We're gonna go left here on the inactive runway 19 right. Add power. And don't right the brakes. Alright, center line. He said cross straight to left, right?
Yes.
Straight to left is gonna be right in front of us. You see the red light?
Yes.
Red sign.
Yes, yes.
Power back, good. And after we cross straight to left, we're going to take the first taxiway to the left.
Okay.
Okay, so slow down, power back idle, slow down, apply brakes, both brakes at the same time, slow down, and then turn.
Oh, this is taxiway. Alright.
This is taxiway Juliet. We're still on the runway. See the broken yellow lines?
Yes.
Alright? You have to get on the other side of that.
Now we are off.
Okay. Are you going to keep on going?
No, stop.
Okay, why?
Because we don't have clearance for it.
Because there's a red sign over there. What does that say? 1 on the left. He
Yes.
never said that we were cleared to cross 1 on the left. Okay. Now when you stop on the surface, always keep the RPM at 1,000.
Okay.
That will keep the engine
Top
cool. Yeah.
570 Mike.
Okay. Now we have to do our
Runway
after
32
landing
right,
check.
landing traffic.
Clear up the runway check.
Yes. So throttle 1000 you just did. Change to ground.
Okay, 1219. I want you to practice putting the frequency in. 1219. 121. 121. Decimal 9. So to change the decimals, you use the small knob. There we go. It's on standbys. You have to bring it up. Yep. There you go.
Right,
Okay.
so we are there. Transponder standby.
It switches to standby when you land on its own. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Landing light off.
Taxi.
Go ahead and turn the landing light off. No, you turn the taxi light on. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah.
You sure?
No, I'm totally
Open your window.
I know, it's getting hot, yeah.
Okay, good.
Alright, mixture, Meline.
We're gonna lean it, remember? 1 inch.
Mixture lean 1 inch. RP'd off.
Okay?
Push.
Yep. You're gonna turn off.
Flaps.
Flaps already retracted the
Back.
flaps.
Trim, take off.
The next person. We're rolling, we're rolling, we're rolling.
Contact ground.
Okay, so we're gonna tell them where we are, right?
They're short of runway 19 left.
On Juliet, right?
On Juliet, yeah.
Okay. Ground Cessna 8330 Mike on Juliet, holding short of 1 on the left. Request taxi to PSA flight.
Cessna 8330 Mike Concord, ground taxi to PSA flight via Juliet and the main ramp, cross 19 left.
Taxi to parking via Juliet, the main ramp, and cross 1 on the left, 30 Mike. Okay. And on the throttle.
Conquer ground, Diamond Star 128 Uniform.
And we have a direct tailwind, so push all the way forward. Full forward on the yoke.
Bravo, cross 19.
On the yellow line.
taxi via Bravo, cross 19 left, 128 uniform clear.
You don't want to go there. This is the runway.
Oh, yeah.
He said to take Juliet to the main ramp. Main ramp is basically the taxiway that's at the base of tower.
Yeah.
Right? Left, right, clear. Anytime you approach an intersection and crossing taxiways, you're going too fast, okay? Too much power. I have to look to the left and right when you're crossing an intersection. Yeah. And the runway, yes. Okay, good job.
Fine.
Next time is going to be a little bit more intense.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to try to do stalls for me, okay?
Okay.
We're going to practice stalls. At first, it's where is the yellow line? Get on the yellow line, please.
Get the way.
Alright? It's uncomfortable at first, but you'll get used to it. I promise you.
Alright.
Okay? I'll email you the procedures for stalls, for the power off, power on, and the slow flight.
Yeah.
Sit in a chair and go through it, and kind of like, imagine yourself doing these things in the airplane, okay?
Yeah.
That's going to help, alright? Spend about 15 minutes on each of those maneuvers in the chair, okay? So, this is Foxtrot, okay? So it's going to be the next one. There doesn't have a taxiway, but watch the wingtips, alright? So, yeah, you would have to enter from the middle, right? Don't cut corners.
That's what we do. We're Persian. Come on.
Alright, power back. Too much power. Alright, stop here. Nose wheel straight. Good. Power 1000. 1000.
Shut down. Throttle idle. I'll find it.
Throttle, which one's the throttle? That's the throttle.
This is throttle idle.
Idle is all the way out. There we go. Idle.
Avionics.
Off.
The red one's a mixture.
Yeah,
Okay, magnetos and master. What does this do? Turn the magnetos and the master off. Magnetos. Okay, take the key out. Where does it go? On the top. What does this do?
This basically chokes the engine.
No. It's
No?
called a mixture.
Yeah, so it makes it all the way rich.
What are you mixing here
Mixing
by
air
using this
with
lever?
air with
So yeah, you have control over how much fuel
goes in.
you're mixing with air,
With
right?
Yeah.
So if there's no fuel, what's going to happen?
It chokes. It dies.
It'll die.
Yeah.
Exactly. What happens when we go to higher altitudes?
You need
There's
less
less air.
mixture. You less
No,
oil.
not less mixture.
Less-
Less air
less
is
fuel.
available, so there's less air going into the carburetor.
So you need less fuel.
You're gonna So to keep the same air
Ratio.
to fuel ratio, you start leaning the mixture
Got
at
it.
about 3,000 feet.
Yes.
Okay. What does this do?
So this is a throttle.
Okay. What does it do? What do you have control over by moving this lever?
You have. This will give more oil, more gas.
I thought this was more gas.
No, this is the. I don't know.
No, think about it. With this, you have control over how much fuel you're mixing with air.
Yeah.
With this, you have control over how much of that air and fuel mixture is going into the cylinder.
engine. Yeah, got it.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, good.
So air and fuel mixture. But thank you.
for a call.